Hello Year 6, Shackleton, Darwin and Batuta and Grange Primary School. It's me, Mr. L-E-W to the I-S, around the, you know how it goes. This lesson is on homophones. Homophones start with words that sound very similar but mean completely different things. They're very confusing. I've struggled with them quite a bit over the years, but once you learn the gist or learn the patterns and different routines of the word formatting, you'll be well accustomed to how to use them appropriately. The older you get, the easier it gets too. So when you get to my old age, it becomes easier to recognize them. Complete the task that I set. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. You can pause or rewind it at any moment. There is no rush. Please submit your work to the Year 6 email and send in pictures of your work. I hope you're all okay at home. Peace and love, and I hope you're enjoying the lessons. The date is Wednesday the 19th of May 2020. The topic is journalistic writing, and the LI is to use homophones in a sentence. I repeat, the date is Wednesday the 19th of 2020. The LI is to use homophones in a sentence. You could pause or rewind the video at any moment. There is no rush. Okay, why you need to know this? The English language is confusing. We have many words that mean the same thing and words that look alike but mean completely different things. It's common for people to use the wrong word in the wrong context or situation. In order to be fully accomplished in the English language, you have to understand where, when, why, and how we use these confusing words. This is a skill that is essential throughout your life. Emails, assignments, bills, invitations, almost everything includes words. You'll need a professional and classy demeanor to be a success in any walk of life. And how you do that is by learning all the principles and practices that go with the English language, no matter how confusing they may be. Dictionary definition. Homophones is a state or quality of a given word having the same spelling and the same sound or pronunciation as another word, but with a different meaning. Homophones are words in different meaning, but either identical both in sound and spelling, or identical only in sound or spelling. Homophones are words that sound the same. Homophones have different meanings. A homophone is a word that is pronounced the same as another word, but differs in meaning. These are all different definitions of homophones, but they mean the same thing. Basic examples. I would like you to match up the pictures to their confusing partner. So I'm not going to say what they are, but I'm pretty sure you can work it out. Then I would like you to put the correct word at the end of the sentence. So which one would go here? I need to blow I need the something paint. My dog can shake with his. Okay, that should be pretty easy. Other uses. Homophones are often employed to create puns for desired effect, say humor, sarcasm, or ridicule. This is an example from Alice in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll's classic book. Mine is a long and sad tale, said the mouse, turning to Alice and sighing. It's a long tale, certainly, said Alice, looking down with wonder at the mouse's tail. But why do you call it sad? I thought that was funny. Another one Shakespeare used. Not I, believe me, you have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of a lead, so stakes me to the ground, I cannot move. So he's cleverly used the wrong word on purpose. Soul, as in the soul, and spirit inside you, and soul as in soles of your feet. And stake, well, stake could be high stakes, a situation where a lot of things are, hanging in the balance, or a steak as in you're eating or cooking a steak. It's quite clever. Keep this part in mind because it will come in handy at the end of this slideshow. The homo family tree. Homophone, homonym, and homograph. Each begins with the root word homo. Homo means same. All of these words have to do with the sameness. Homonym. A pseudonym means a fake name, the same name. Words that sound the same but have the same spellings are homonyms. Examples: bear, bear, or stalk. Homophone. Phone means sound. So homophone means the same sound. Words that sound the same but have different spellings are homophones. Examples: petal, pedal, two, and two. Very confusing by the very subtle differences. Examples of homophones: dear, my dear wife. and deer is the animal. Arrow as in the aircraft, and an arrow as the arrow that you shoot. Air, the air we breathe, and the air to the throne. An altar, a place of worship, and to alter means to change. And barren is minor royalty. In other words, a barren is unable to bear children. Homograph. Homograph is live writing, which means same writing. Words that have the same spellings but sound different are homographs. Examples: wind, bass or bass, different spellings, but mean the same thing. Examples of homographs: refuse, unwillingness, and refuse, garbage. Sow, to plant a seed, and sow is also a female hog. Tear, to tear something apart, and tear, the fluid that comes from your eye. A prayer, praying to a god, and a prayer is one who prays. Sewer, as in the drain of water where all the toxins and toxic fluids go out. A sewer is a medieval servant, and a sewer is someone that sews, so like a seamstress. Polysemy. We call polysemy the situation when a single word has multiple related meanings. Bank, the building; bank, the financial institution; and bank, the biological repository. They all mean the same thing, but can be used in different contexts depending on the sentence or what you're trying to say. Most non-rare words have multiple meanings. Lots of types of polysemy are systematic. School, university, hospital can all be used to mean the institution or the building. So you can say, I'm going to school. School could be the university, primary school, high school, hospital. It varies. There's clear difference between polysemy and homonymy. You can see through this slide the differences. Examples of polysemy. The word good in the following two examples. In one case, it's a moral judgment. In the other case, it's a judgment of skill. John was a good man. He donated a lot of money to charity. Bill was a good painter. His drawings were always exciting to look at. So he used the word good in different contexts, but they're both applicable. More examples of polysemy. He left the bank 5 minutes ago. He left the bank 5 years ago. He caught a fish at the bank. So, i.e., he left the bank as in he worked there. So he left the bank 5 minutes ago. He left the bank he left the bank perhaps making a deposit or cashing some money in. He left the bank 5 years ago, as in that he was working there, but he left maybe for a new job or to move closer to home. He caught a fish at the bank. So at the bank, at the riverbank, is where you fish and you put your rod in and you catch a fish to eat. A world record. So breaking a world record at Usain Bolt for 100 meters and 200 meters. A record of the conversation. So as in that you're making a recording of the conversation for whatever reason possible. Record it, as in that's more command. Record it. So if someone's doing something funny or something cute or adorable, you record it. I need some paper to write on. I wrote a paper, so I wrote either an article or a newspaper. I read the paper, as in I read either an assignment, a newspaper, or anything remotely like that. Very confusing, but they're all valid. They all can be used depending on what you're trying to say and why you're trying to say it. Your final task is to create a humorous piece of writing using homophones in the wrong context. You have to use the wrong word on purpose to confuse the reader. Sometimes you have to get it wrong to get it right. I thought it was funny. Much like the Shakespearean and Alice in Wonderland examples, I said they were previously in this PowerPoint, used as a guide. You have to model, create a paragraph or some sentences that will confuse the reader. For instance, I saw a bird. Use the saw as in I got a saw on my leg, and that will confuse the reader. The scope is large and you have freedom to use your imagination, so you can make it as funny or as humorous as possible. It's up to you. There is no limit. Well, there is a limit. It's within reason. Nothing too outrageous or inappropriate. So let's keep it clean. Let's keep it appropriate. In this case, the aim of the task is to entertain rather than inform. Always with writing is either entertaining or informing. This one is more humorous, so make us laugh. I hope you enjoyed that PowerPoint. I hope it made sense. Remember, you could pause and write there at any point. There are some new words and new definitions that I didn't know about, so I learned as well. Please make sure you take pictures of your work and send it into the Year 6 email and submit it as well. There are rewards available, rubies, sapphires and emeralds and golds, and various assemblies by Mr. Kerbal and Miss Begum. I hope you're all well and keeping safe. We're looking forward to see your work. Peace and love.